Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. And if you are on the podcast platforms, please do subscribe. And if you are listening to this on YouTube, I would appreciate you doing the same, as well as hitting that like button while you're at it. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. And let's get into this conversation/reality chat. All right. So many people have been talking about this most recent episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac that aired on Sunday night. I'm just getting a chance to getting around to talking about it. And I know a lot of people have been coming for this girl, Deborah or Deborah. I think Ashley pronounced it Deborah. Anyway, she was on the show and putting these accusations out there about Candiace's husband, Chris, saying that he was being flirtatious with her at Karen's spring fling party, as well as trying to say that Wendy's husband wanted a piece of the action too. And it was really funny because when all of the ladies were at Karen's event, Ashley invited her friend, and we know Ashley is messy, so Ashley invited her friend for the mess. And I get it, because these shows are about drama and mess, so you have to have your own fair share of it for the show. But Ashley has been messy from day one. And for those of you who don't know, Ashley is married to, and now going through a divorce finally, a man that pretty much looks like an ogre. And in my opinion, I feel that he actually probably looks like her real father. Because if you look at Ashley real close and you look at Michael, her husband, soon to be ex-husband, real close, even though he's much older and she is much younger than he is, you know how they say some women, they wind up being with versions of their fathers, especially when they have father issues. Ashley has father issues. She never had a relationship with her dad, and a few seasons ago she actually tried to connect with her dad, and he rejected her. He didn't want to see her. He didn't answer the door for her when they went to his house. And her dad is a white man, a Caucasian man. I know Ashley got with her husband for the money. We all know that, right? But I also believe that in some ways, Ashley fell for her husband because in some ways, it's almost like a father figure. Even though it's disgusting when you think of a father figure and you're having sex with him and having kids, but that's neither here nor there. Or maybe it is here and there, but I'm just saying, you get hopefully what I'm trying to say, that Ashley is with someone and has been with someone who in some way, shape, or form is similar to her real father, that she did not have a relationship and she has daddy issues, but she also is with the man for the money. And Candiace has made it very well known throughout the seasons that Ashley didn't pick well. Yeah, we know you're with this man for the money, but stop trying to convince everyone that you're with him because you really are attracted to him, because we know that you're not. Because she actually tried to say that when Nicki Minaj hosted a part of the reunion. And Nicki Minaj asked the question, if you had, I think it was either $10 million or $20 million in the bank, without knowing who your husband was and you met him, would you be with the man that you're with now? And Ashley tried to convince the people that she would be, because she said she actually was attracted to Michael. I believe she actually was attracted to him. And the reason I believe she was attracted to him, yeah, because of the money, but also because it's the daddy issues thing. But this isn't about Ashley. I really just wanted to talk about that because Ashley uses these other people, like her friend Deborah, to try to come for Candiace. And so when her friend put that narrative out there about Candiace's husband being flirty with her at the bar, and also Wendy's husband too, Candiace was like, they tried to pull her in and draw her into this mess at the table, and Candiace was not here for it, and I was applauding her for that, because we know Candiace, she can go there if she really, really wants to. And she said, I feel like she was just tired. And she was like, not tonight. I'm not dealing with it. Not tonight. But when she did her confessional, she was like, I don't address Sesame Street characters. Like, she was just saying it so nonchalant. She wasn't upset. She wasn't angry. She was just like, I don't address Sesame Street characters. So that went viral. So people were saying that, yeah, Deborah looks a little Muppet-like. Okay. And I kept hearing the little Muppet Babies cartoon song that used to come on back in the day when I would see her after hearing that. And then Deborah, she tried to respond to Candiace by doing a quote-unquote beauty tutorial while using Muppets or puppets like the Cookie Monster and Elmo to do her brows and to feed her cookies and whatever. And I guess she was trying to laugh it off. Good if you have a sense of humor and you don't take what Candiace said to heart and also what the other people are saying to heart as well. But you were being messy, okay? And you kind of look a little cartoon-like. I don't know if she had any work done. I hate to call people ugly, but her face, it really does look pulled tight. I'm just saying. Her eyes and definitely those eyebrows. As someone who does brows for a living myself, I can't stand to see people with jacked up brows, and those brows were very Nike swoosh-like, upside down Nike swooshes. They just did not look right at all, okay? So, girl, you don't need to be doing any brow tutorials, okay? But here's what I really wanted to say when it comes to Deborah. Because if you watch the episode, and for her to put this narrative out there like all these men want her and they were just really trying to hit on her, I believe she lives in that mindset of some people who feel like if you have light skin and long hair or curly hair, light skin and pretty curls or long hair, then you are attractive. And that's not true. If we want to put a comparison out there, Candiace looks way better than Deborah does, okay? And screw your lighter skin and your long hair, your long real hair, because if you saw her, she kept flipping her hair. And she was just like, yeah, he definitely was giving me the googly eyes. And, it was just like, this is just something she's just so used to because she's just so attractive and all these men want her. People can't just be cordial and say hello or greet you without wanting to jump your bones and get into your pants or thinking, this woman is so much more attractive. Forget the fact that my wife is not very far away from where we are right now. Let's see what we can make happen together. Like, girl, nobody wants you, hopefully, except your husband, because apparently she is married. But I believe that Deborah falls into that category of some people who believe that if you have light skin, you're beautiful. If you have long hair, you're gorgeous. That does not make someone look attractive. And the lies that she spoke actually makes her look even more unattractive. It adds to the ugliness. Because when someone has an ugly spirit like that, it really showcases the other attributes of how ugly you really are. So that's why I don't really feel any type of way about people saying that she's ugly or she looks like a Muppet or she looks like a Sesame Street character because, and we know Sesame Street is not the Hensons, but I'm just saying it really just adds to the ugliness that she embodies. And so Ashley calling she and Deborah and her little clique of friends pretty young things. I don't know what she was looking at. I'm not saying Ashley is ugly, but she's not the most attractive person either. But she just, again, I feel is one of those other types that feels that because they have light skin and long hair, they're attractive. And that is not the truth, okay? You can have light skin and be beautiful. You can have light skin and be one of the most ugly people on the face of the planet, and your actions adds to the ugliness or the beauty of a person, but they choose to live in that ugly facade of lies and putting things out there that are not true. And when Ashley tried to confront Candiace and say, don't dismiss my friend. Don't dismiss my friend, when the friend, quote unquote, asked Candiace if she wanted to have a conversation with her, Candiace was like, I absolutely do not. And I applauded Candiace for doing that. Like, why would she need to have a conversation with you about something, whether it was true or not? You don't owe her anything. If that indeed did happen, which we know it didn't, because Bravo and how, like, you know, they like to be messy, but sometimes for a good purpose, like it was this past Sunday, they showed the clips in real time when this girl was saying that Candiace's husband and Wendy's husband were hitting on her. They were not even paying her any attention. Okay? So they showed her to be a liar in real time. Okay? So when Candiace dismissed Ashley's friend, and then Ashley wanted to confront Candiace and say, don't dismiss my friend like that. Who do you think you are? Who do you think your friend is? Who do you think needs to have a conversation with you about something that their husband may or may not have done? Because if it were the case, she can deal with that with her husband. She does not need to sit and have a ponderosa with you and your friend about something that she says happened that she really doesn't believe happened at the time. And Bravo showed that her suspicions were accurate. It was a lie. Okay? And I'm also glad that Wendy laughed it off when Ashley approached Wendy about what her friend said about what Eddie, you know, was trying to be flirty with her at the bar too. Because we know Wendy, she can read with the best of them, and very intelligently, might I add. And I just feel that Wendy just didn't even want to waste her time with the foolishness. So she said, you know what? I'm already dealing with this other crazy chick that threw a drink in my face that I wanted to beat down into the ground. So I'm not even going to entertain this foolishness right here. So you let me know what you think in the comment section about Deborah. Do you feel that she is the type that falls into that category, which is kind of a trap for some people to feel that just because they have light skin and long hair that they're attractive and the whole world is salivating after them, wanting them so bad? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And until the next time, this is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest.